And welcome back to Area DMG. A lot of people have been asking, should I upgrade to a new 3DS, and which one? Well, Christmas is coming, so if you're going to be filling out your lists here in North America, keep in mind that right now the only way to get the new 3DS or regular size is to get it in the Happy Home Designer bundle with Animal Crossing. And the only way to get many of the faceplates for it is to import them. So, keep that in mind. And this is only available in black or red at this time. And this is only available in white. But let's go over the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL. And we'll answer a couple questions about why you should buy one, why you should upgrade, and why you might want to pick between the new 3DS XL or the new 3DS. So, let's go over the basics. The new 3DS XL and the new 3DS are 3DS units with slightly more firepower to them, a little bit more CPU power, and a couple other features which we're going to go over. They're compatible with Nintendo DS software, Nintendo DSi software, Nintendo 3DS software, and then software that is made specifically for the new 3DS, like Xenoblade Chronicles, Life Speed, and The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Anyways, those are some of the software that are available for it. They both have access to the North American eShop, and some games actually benefit from being on the new 3DS units. For example, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate has a second set of textures which are unlocked and used when you play it on a new 3DS unit. Super Smash Bros. Cuts down a drastic amount of load times and allows you to use the C-Stick and ZL and ZR buttons. And then of course there's native amiibo support, which you can just use these with these devices instead of requiring an additional device. Or on some games that use CirclePad Pro stuff, you don't need, like I said, an additional device to use or play those games. They all use the same AC adapter as the Nintendo DSi, DSi XL, 2DS, 3DS, 3DS XL. So that's not included with any of these, so you're going to need one of those separately. They also sell ones that allow you to charge with USB. Now, the big advantages are, one, the extra processing power. You don't need to carry around a CirclePad Pro for games that use it. You don't need to carry around a separate stand for Amiibo, and you can also wirelessly access the SDHC cards that are in this. These both use microSD, and with a Windows computer, you can access them remotely and move stuff from the device to your computer. They also feature better cameras, better front cameras than the ones inside the 3DS, 2DS, and 3DS XL. So those are a few of the new options. You get the most out of your games and the most bang for your buck between these two units. Now, what are the differences between the two units? Let's move some stuff out of the way here. Let's move Link and Ness out of the way. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty of these devices. Okay. Right off the bat, the big difference is the size. The size and the screen. You see, the new 3DS XL has a in-plane switching screen, or an IPS screen, whereas the new 3DS has a twisted pneumatic screen. The bottom are both twisted pneumatic screens. What that means is that when viewed from the side, there's a little bit of washing out on these screens. Whereas this one's darker, and while being slightly less responsive, has deeper blacks and deeper color depth. So that's a big difference between the two. The reason that this one has an in-plane switching screen and not a TN screen is because of the larger battery. The Nintendo 3DS XL, the new Nintendo 3DS XL, has a slightly longer battery life than the new 3DS. However, they both have a better battery life than the original 3DS. The new 3DS is more of an aesthetic pleaser. It has faceplates that you can get, and it has these nice little buttons, whereas only the letters in these are colored: red, yellow, green, and blue. They're also slightly, like I said, they're slightly larger. While they're both fairly portable, and you can carry them in all sorts of different carrying cases, neither of them would I ever suggest you put directly into your pocket. Always put some type of covering on your 3DS, just to avoid scratches and such. Between the two, the big feature is, one, do you care about the type of screen? Because on some games it's really drastic. We did a series of videos that show off different games running on these systems, and sometimes the color differences are drastic. I would recommend checking out the one on Kingdom Hearts, for example. Now, between the two devices, like I said, they have the same features, and they have a lot of the only real difference between these, aside from the screen, is the size and customization. Now, if you're me, you don't really care too much about the customization, because you can get decals for this, and Nintendo sells all the old backing plates. So you can get like the new black, or the silver one, or the gold one to replace it. Whereas with these, there's only one color that's available, and right now this is there's only two faceplates that come with it, like, you know, two styles of faceplates that come with it, and you have to import the rest, which isn't bad. I mean, people are custom printing these faceplates already, and that is pretty nice. Let's be honest, if this were black, I would own one myself. Now, a couple things to note between these. Let's take out the styluses. Obviously, you're going to want to get a third-party stylus for these, because the styluses for the new 3DS units are kind of terrible. This is the difference between them. They're the new 3DS XL stylus being notably thicker. In fact, like, I actually have a third-party new 3DS stylus somewhere around here that extends. I'll just grab one right here. There we go. They sell these. You can also order these in all sorts of different colors. They don't make these yet for this one, only for this. Because the new 3DS XL has been out a lot longer in market in the United States, there are more accessories focused mostly on the new 3DS XL, which is a little unfortunate. But let's take a look at other differences between the two units. Let's put these styluses back in. This is kind of you can get these faceplates in matte and glossy, but for the new 3DS XL, it's almost always glossy. So it's a fingerprint magnet. One's a bit wider, of course, and they're generally fairly compatible. You'll find that a lot of new 3DS stuff, like the new 3DS, won't work with some of the cases that are pretty snug on the original 3DS, whereas the ones for the new 3DS XL will fit just perfectly fine. We've already seen the lengths that these go to. Let's see what they weigh. This is a postal scale. We'll turn that on. The new 3DS with a game and a stylus and such weighs 9 ounces, meaning that this won't tire out your hand. But if you've got bigger paws like I do, and you can stand it, the new 3DS XL, it says 11.7 ounces. So yeah, this is heavier. It's thick. It's actually thinner than the a little bit thinner than the new 3DS. Which is kind of weird if you ask me. They're about they're about the same thickness. Just this is definitely thicker than, say, the original 3DS. But yeah, the big difference between these is, well, what do you want? What are you going to use it for? If you're using it mostly at home, either of these is fine. If you're using it mostly on the go, either of these is fine. Seriously, it's not too hard to get a small case and put this in. So when people say, well, the 3DS XL is a little bit less portable, that's not really a good excuse. I'm sorry. You may think it is, but it's not really a good excuse. You just should go for the one that you like. Now, there's only the white one available in the United States, and only the red and the black one available in the United States. So you have to decide whether the screen means anything to you, or if the weight of the unit means anything to you. If you have smaller hands and paws, I actually recommend the smaller one. If you're like me and you have gargantuan, massive paws, go with the new 3DS XL. For me, I like the screen a lot more, and I am not really a fan of white electronics. I do like these buttons. Now, if they had these types of buttons here, it'd be kind of a no-brainer, just going in for the buttons. But it's really more or less up to you. Oh, I forgot to mention that the new 3DS also has infrared data ports right here, where it detects your face and it keeps track of you, so that the 3D is super stable in comparison. Not a bad device. Is it worth the money if you don't have a 3DS? Yeah. Is it worth upgrading if you have just a normal 3DS, a 2DS, or a 3DS XL? I think so too. Because one, you want the best performance out of your games. You want to be able to access the widest library of games. And you want to have more space in your bag so you're not carrying around like a bunch of different devices when you want to play. So that kind of helps. There we go. Put those out to the side. So the verdict: if you've got a good way to carry it around and you love the red or the black colors for this, go for this system. It's nice. If you like faceplates and you have a bit more of a budget to import in faceplates for it, go with this one if you don't mind it being white. Eventually they'll put out a black bundle, I hope, probably with Fire Emblem Fates, and we'll see. So there is that. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth. You've been watching Area DMG. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that like button, thumbs up, and until the next video, you are now caught up.